Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss my trip to Split, Croatia. We're going to talk about the total cost of the trip, and I'm going to share some first-timer tips for you if you would love to visit Croatia. If you're looking for a European destination that has amazing food, amazing views, Croatia is known for their views, and if you want to relax at the beach, take it slow, explore the city, or if you want to do some water activities like snorkeling, diving, a boat cruise, and much more, then Split, Croatia is for you. If you find value in this video, give me a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. Let's get started. Okay, flight. We flew economy. It took us 3 planes to get there, 16 hours. So we flew from Dallas to Chicago, Chicago to Switzerland, and then Switzerland to Split, Croatia. The total cost was $834. And all these costs that I'm going to explain is per person. Accommodations. We stayed at an Airbnb in Old Town, which I recommend staying, and I'll be talking about a little later. It was $165.99. The food, oh, it was so amazing. It was so delicious, but a little bit pricey. Total cost was $159.24. Transportation, we took Ubers everywhere. It was $41.34. This does include the ride from the airport to our Airbnb. So for souvenirs, I got a shot glass, a couple of magnets, and a sweater. The total cost was $64.03. So we paid for 3 activities. One was a tour to Krka waterfall. The other was a ATV quad tour, which included food. And the last one was a national park tour. The total cost for all of the activities, including entry fees, was $228.33. So for 7 nights, 1 person, the total cost was $1,492.93. Let's talk about some tips that I have for you guys. By the way, if you haven't watched my Split Croatia travel vlog, then the link to that video will be in the description box down below. So my first tip is to ditch the peak season. It's very common for tourists to go to Croatia during June, July, and August, and it's just way too crowded. The tours are going to be very expensive because there's a lot of people, so I don't recommend going during the summertime. So we went to Split, Croatia during the low season in April, and we were a little worried that it would be too cold. We weren't sure if tours would be operating, but the weather was so great. It was in the mid 70s, high 70s, and it was really nice. You guys saw, if you guys watched my travel vlog video, I was wearing short sleeves. I was wearing my Birkenstock sandals. There's people with dresses and shorts. So it was definitely a good time to go, and there wasn't a lot of people. I recommend going during the low season. Now, what islands should you visit when you're in Croatia? So we didn't want to have to take the ferry to Dubrovnik, drive to other islands. We just wanted to stay in one place. So we decided to stay the entire trip in Split. Now, if you guys don't want to go on a road trip and travel, you could stay in one place like Split, and then you could take some day trips to Dubrovnik. There are plenty of tours that will take you to other islands for the day. You can do that. Or you can split your time between Split and Dubrovnik. It all depends on what type of vacation you want, but for us, we just wanted to take it slow because our past trips was just like waking up at 8 a.m. for tours, going from one hotel to the other, and we just wanted to stay in one place. So be prepared to carry cash. Some businesses do not accept cards, like a lot of the gelato places, some local restaurants, farmers market, cafes, local restaurants. They will be expecting you to pay in euros. We did have about 180 euros, and that did last us for the whole entire week. We had to pay entry fees in order to get to national parks, and that was euro only. They weren't accepting cards. So if you want to go to national parks, it's just cash only. I don't have a specific amount to recommend, but I would just start off with maybe 65 euros, so it's around $75. Start off with that. If you need more, there are plenty of banks where you can get more cash. So how do you get from the airport to Old Town in Split? So we have a couple of options. One, you can take a taxi. That's very expensive. You could take a ferry. I believe that's around 10 euros. Or you can take an Uber like we did, and that was around 38 euros, which is $40 something. So if you decide to stay in Split, I recommend O-Town. O-Town is a really nice area, and it's walkable to some of the places that you might want to visit, which is Diocletian's Palace, the Cathedral, the Bell Tower, River Promenade. Those are all the popular places that you might want to go to if you're in Split, so you might as well stay in O-Town. We found an Airbnb, and it was around $70 per night, very affordable, and it was right in O-Town, near a lot of restaurants, stores. We just walked to a majority of the places that we wanted to visit that was on our itinerary. So I highly recommend finding an Airbnb in Old Town. I have a couple of restaurants and some gelato places I recommend, so definitely look at my list in the description box down below. But the food was so good. I believe Croatia is known for their risotto. There's plenty of things that you would want to try, but risotto is one of their popular foods. I think it's black risotto. It's black because of octopus ink. I didn't try the black risotto, but I did try the seafood risotto, and it was amazing. It was so delicious. Now, the food was pricey. For instance, I ordered chicken stew with potatoes. It was a curry, and it was so delicious. And it was at this restaurant called Konoba Fetivi. Delicious. But it was around like $20 something. Yeah. So for dinner, you're probably gonna pay around $15 to like $26. Like some places, they'll have a burger, a chicken burger, right? And it's like $20 and it doesn't even come with fries. Then you gotta pay for a drink. So then your total is like, you know, €25, which converts to $27 actually. So food is definitely pricey. Keep that in mind. Okay, now how were the people in Croatia? Were they friendly? Did I bump into anyone that was rude? No, everybody was friendly, everybody was nice. We met a lot of people from Europe that was visiting Croatia for vacation. We met people from Norway. We met people from the UK. I met someone from Brazil, Ecuador. I met so many different people. But the locals were very friendly. They were nice. They were talking with us, especially since I was vlogging and I had my camera and my phone. People were curious about what I was doing. And one of the places that I do recommend is called Gelateria Emiliana, a very popular gelato place. And they were so friendly. They were so nice. They were like, what is this for? Do you have a YouTube channel? They're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? Okay. I'm gonna make the waffles from scratch because they usually make the waffle cone from scratch. So he started all over for me and he showed me how to do it. I mean, they were so nice and friendly. Wi-Fi. So Croatia is not like other countries like South Korea or Japan where you have to like pay for a pocket Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was free. We didn't have any issues with that. We were able to navigate using Google Maps, and we didn't have to pay for anything else. So you won't have an issue with Wi-Fi. You don't need to worry about paying for a pocket Wi-Fi or getting a SIM card. Now, a lot of the restaurants do serve meats and seafood. Seafood is really big, like fish is really big there because it's right by the sea. But if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, there are some restaurants that I recommend down below. One of them is called Veg. I had chickpea curry sesame noodles and it was so delicious. It was so good. It was so good. And that restaurant was pretty affordable. I think it was maybe like $14 to $15, which is not too bad compared to other restaurants that are like in the high 20s, but that restaurant was great and it was vegetarian. Another restaurant is called Baza. They have a lot of vegan and vegetarian options. So if you don't eat meat, don't worry. There are restaurants for you there. Okay, so you can't go to Croatia without visiting the beach, right? Their beaches are pretty interesting. They're not sandy at all. Okay, they're rocky. Okay, and I didn't realize that when going there. If you're going to the beach, you definitely do want to bring some water shoes or some boots. Okay, because it's tough. It's really rough. Like the rocks definitely do hurt and you don't want to walk barefoot. So definitely bring some water shoes with you. Hopefully my travel vlog and this video convinced you to go to Croatia because it is absolutely beautiful. The views are amazing. You guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.